everyone, Austin Walsh coming in from Chicago. Got a absolutely quick house cleaning rules. I've talked to many of you the last few days and heard some really great things going on, so excited about that. I have an awesome week coming up here. Got a really productive week with got some good things, and I'm off on vacation on Saturday, going out of town for a while. Very excited for that. But tonight, I did something different, and we're doing something totally, I don't know, I guess a little crazy, a little wild, and not planned and not scheduled. So this is what I like doing this sometimes, right? It's always fun when you can get someone that can come and talk about something that I don't have the expert knowledge on. And I met this kid actually while I was in college, and he's not a kid anymore, I guess. You know, I've heard lots of people say they're good at video stuff. But anyway, I took a trip to Toronto, and he made an absolutely amazing documentary for me, and got into some film awards and film shows, film screenings, and it was really good. Anyways, that I'm trying to get to, and then he started doing some sales videos with me, and helped me out with a launch on a product that did, right around 6 figures in sales, and then started doing video work for some of my clients, some of my friends, and he's been responsible for pretty much anything video related that my dad, and a lot of our clients have put out over the last probably 2 years. On top of that, he's one of my best friends in the world, and this is actually his birthday. And instead of, I really do believe that when some people that you meet with, they'd rather come and present to a group and teach a very specific skill to a group instead of going party on the biggest day, on their biggest day of the year. That shows a lot, right? And so he's really. I told him we're not going to keep him all night, but we'll keep him for about 40 minutes and let him present to you some amazing things. And what he's going to talk about is just video. I mean, what he's really good at is that he actually, of course, like I said, he's done all the videos for me, but he actually works with some of the largest touring bands, and I'll let him talk to you about that. He works with some of the largest touring bands across the country and goes all across the country and all actually all over the world and shoots videos of these bands. And on top of that, works with some of the largest internet marketers. If you know Mike Tempo, Onyx, Gnal, me, a bunch of these guys he's done a lot of different work for, and so you guys are in amazing hands, and I'm going to sit here and learn with you, of course, because I always get to learn something from him, and without here tonight.
Hello, Austin?
Yep, you're here.
We're here. What's up, guys? How's it going? Thank you for the introduction, Austin. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you.
I'm going to go on mute, guys, and Sam take over. I'll be here, though.
Yeah, so just wanted to say thank you again for having me on. I really appreciate it, and also Mr. Walsh, Austin's dad, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come and teach you guys today something about video. And couldn't be a better day. It's my 23rd birthday. Get some work in, have some fun in, and it should be a good time. I'm getting my PowerPoints a little bit. Oh, there we go. Had trouble earlier getting it to load in presenter mode, so I'm just going to show you in the regular way. So we'll get this thing going. So I'm going to just give you guys a little bit of background on me first. So I grew up in Tucson, Arizona, and immediately in high school, I basically I found that I had 2 passions, and one of them was video production. I took a video class at high school, and I immediately fell in love with artwork. I figured, this is something that I really love to do. This is something that I feel like I could pursue later on in life. I ended up doing basically all throughout high school just like nonstop video work. I was doing short films, documentaries, anything that I could. Some of the stuff got into festivals, some of it didn't. But it worked out, and it was something that I decided that I wanted to go to school for. So in college, I went to Arizona State for 1 year, and then I quickly transferred just because there was a lot of stuff going on at Arizona State. I decided to go to school in Chicago, which is where I met Austin. He told you earlier we met playing basketball, which is a funny story. But yeah, it was a great experience. A lot of great film and teachers there and programs, and basically going back to like what my 2 passions were, it was basically video production and this band that I heard of when I was back in Arizona called Revolution. At the time, they were only playing really small venues. It was probably back around 2008, 2009. So really small venues, like 100, 150 people. And today they have like 900,000 fans on Facebook, and they're like one of the biggest bands in the reggae community in North America. And it's kind of crazy because basically I'll go through the story with you guys, but I am now their tour videographer. I saw to basically start out from the beginning, I was a fan of their music. Really liked them a lot in 2009, so I wanted to get more involved with them. So the only way I knew how to initially get involved with them, because I didn't know anyone in the band, was to do street team promotions. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's like real low end, just like getting your foot out the door and trying to get people to come to shows, which is like handing out posters of shows and stuff like that. So I would go out, they would send me the posters, and I would go to college campuses, other venues, and tell people, come to the show. And I did that for about 2 or 3 years, and I did a lot of good work for them, and they saw that I did good work for them. And eventually at one of the shows, I got to meet their manager. This is about around 2011. And, I showed him that I did video stuff. I'd been doing it in high school, and I showed him all my work, and I said, I'd love to work with you guys, like, more than just doing the street team promotion stuff. And so basically what happened was I got an internship with their management company out in LA, and I showed them and their other managers all the photo and video work that I've done. And over the past few years, we worked together, and this last summer I got to go on their biggest headlining tour. They're playing venues from like 6,000 to 12,000 people, and I got to do photos and video for the entire tour. It's about a 2-month tour, so it was a real surreal experience. It's going really fast, like time flies by crazy. But yeah, things are going well, and since I've been doing the band stuff, it's not like my main gig. I have the band stuff. That's what I love to do the most. But I also do lots of different types of videos. As Austin was talking about earlier, I do sales videos. I've done documentaries, short films, basically anything that's gonna pay me, to make money and to also, deliver good content for people that need it. I do work for my uncle, who's a lawyer, and we do like a short documentary type videos for his clients that need basically representation in cases where they need some like visual backup of what they're presenting, basically. And that's basically my background. Again, also, I'm not a presenter or anything. I'm not like a talker or speaker, so if I'm going too fast or like I'm not explaining things too well for anyone, just let Austin know, and I'll try to slow it down or rephrase whatever I'm trying to say. But hopefully what I want to get through today with you guys is kind of give you an introduction on my approach and theories towards video production and how I think it can help your guys' businesses, and basically, show you the effects and the advantages of having videos to kind of put your guys out there and separate you from the rest of the pack. I've worked with actually one of a client of Austin's a few years ago. I don't know if she might be in this call, actually. She usually is. Andrea Samadi. You can talk to her and ask her. I've worked with her before, and she's got a really great idea and business for her thing. And I tried to help her out as best I can with doing video stuff, and it's worked out pretty well for her from what I've talked about. And if you're on this call, Andrea, thank you again for sending me a happy birthday today. That was very nice of you on Facebook. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's go into my top video marketing tips. So basically, these are like the top 3 key things that I feel like every person that's getting into video production, video marketing should know and should like be essential to your core of what you're doing for your video stuff. So the first thing is it's imperative to have a short video showcasing yourself, your business, or your product. And so if you don't already have a video, or you're thinking about it, or you're kind of like, I'm not sure if I should need video for my website or for whatever I'm selling or whatever it is, you need to have one. It's really imperative. And the reason is because there's so many people these days going online and looking at videos, and it doesn't matter if it's for sales videos, music videos, whatever. People love videos. People like to visualize things and see and basically just see what they're looking at. And the thing I say this it's imperative is because there's a lot of different types of, I don't know what everyone's business is, and I wish I could go through everyone and talk to you like what is your product that you're selling, or what are you trying to build, what kind of message are you trying to send. I wish I could go through with each and every one of you and kind of hone down on what it is you're trying to do. But whatever it is, it needs, you guys need a video to kind of like help visualize and show people, what it is, and in certain cases where it's like a product that it's an online product or like consulting, or it could be something that's not an actual physical product, you still need to have a video, because even though it's not an actual physical thing, people need to see, that it's legitimate, and they want to hear the story behind it, basically. And that's the main thing, is kind of telling the story behind what your messages and your theories and stuff are behind the product. Another thing too is like I was saying before earlier, it's crazy how much video is actually being watched today. This is just some quick facts that I found from YouTube earlier that's on their website. They have over 1 billion users on YouTube, which is crazy. Every day, people watch hundreds of millions of hours of YouTube and generate billions of views. It's just insane the amount of video material that's out there, and it's obvious that if you don't have a video, then you're already not allowing yourself to basically separate yourself from everyone else. When people land on your website or whatever it is that you're selling or whatever, people don't like to always, especially for me too, I don't like to go through and see that there's just only text about your product. I want to actually see and hear like what it is that you're talking about, or whatever it is. And which kind of leads to my second point, is that your video should be short and to the point, and I honed down on this, and I'll talk a little bit more about it in the third point, but it should be no longer than 2 minutes, which is really important, because as you may know, people in general have very low attention spans. Some of the videos that I do work for my bands, like I work with hardcore, like I'm basically creating content for hardcore like music fans of this band, and I get to go behind the scenes and get total access of everything that they do, and I'm allowed to post it online. And so I post these really cool like behind the scene videos of the guys like hanging out, and things that most fans won't be able to see. And they're like 5 or 6 minute videos, and I'm doing research on the Google Analytics, and I'm seeing how long people are actually watching my video, and it's really only for like 2 minutes, and then they click the X button. So the thing is if you want people to stay, and if you ever take notes in these things, which I highly recommend you do, is to take notes. Write this down. You really should make your video no longer than 2 minutes, because people's attention spans are short, and they're not gonna wanna. I don't care how great your thing is. Most people are gonna leave after 2 minutes, and you're lucky if you even get 2 minutes. Most people will leave after 10 or 15 seconds. It's crazy. So the shorter and more compact you can make your video, or basically whatever you're trying to present to your audience, the better it is. And also just other small little tidbits on how to kind of attract an audience. Just be personal with your video. Don't try to BS people. People know when you're BSing them, so just be real and honest. Tell them your story, but be clear and concise with what you want to say too, because you only have a limited amount of time. And that's mainly it on that point that I kind of want to talk about. Let me see. I wrote some other notes here too. Yeah, just other personal examples from my videos. Yeah, I've mainly realized that, especially if you're putting short form content out there, like if your videos aren't very, very long, just keep it the shortest that you can, and that's the best retention rate that you're going to get for watching people's videos. Let's see. All right. The third thing I want to talk about is, if you're not a video expert, please, please, please do yourself a favor and find one. Search for someone that's going to help you achieve your vision. And the reason I say this is because, as many of you may know, as for watching movies or you watch videos on YouTube or whatever, there are people that can make really good high quality content, and then there's most people that will make very terrible content, and they have no problem putting it out there on the internet. And there's nothing worse than putting bad content that's representing you, because if you think about it, if you have something that maybe, okay, you don't want, I don't want to pay this much to pay this guy to do this, so I'm just going to do it myself. I have a camera, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you go ahead and do that, and you think it looks great, but you don't show it to anyone, you just put it on the internet, and then you realize, oh well, this isn't working. You know, you're really and you're sending it out. Say you're sending it out to a bunch of your clients through an email list or whatever however you send, however you're getting your leads. You know, that's it's not good, because you're basically saying, I'm unprofessional. I don't know what I'm doing, and so it's not a good representation of yourself, and it's not a good representation of whatever the product is that you're putting out there. So please do yourself a favor, and it's more than just finding a video expert. It's more finding someone who knows video, but someone who also is willing to work and stick it out with you and help you find what you want to do as far as a vision. There's also two other things that I also want to talk about as far as videos. When you find a video expert, you kind of need to decide, this kind of is something that Austin maybe help you guys with too, is what type of video you guys want to make. I know I said your video should be short and to the point, no longer than 2 minutes, but sometimes there's basically two types of video paths you can go in this market. There's a sales video, and then there's like this 2-minute video that I'm kind of talking about. And a sales video is more kind of just like a PowerPoint, almost like a PowerPoint presentation, and it's really just more like a sales letter. And you're kind of selling the people on what you're selling, and you're giving them a lot of information, a lot of good content. But the downside about it is it's really long. It could be like between 15 and 20 minutes long, which is crazy. Could you imagine sitting through a PowerPoint for 15 to 20 minutes? It's crazy long, and it's just like not visually appealing at all. I mean, you're just looking at a PowerPoint. But that is a type of video that you may have seen like out there in the internet marketing space that people use to, and it has worked successful. It's worked very successful in Austin's case because his videos were done right. So that's another thing too, is if you find a good video expert that can make that type of video very well, then those things work. And then the other type of video is the other video that I've been mainly talking about, is like a 2-minute kind of quick snippet of everything that you have, just kind of like either telling your story or telling the story behind the product, or just like a visually and captivating piece, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. And those are basically the two types of videos that I've mainly seen in the internet marketing industry, and not even just the internet marketing industry, just like in general, just kind of like people that are trying to sell products and infomercials or whatever those spaces. And then I also wanted to talk about too, hosting for videos. So when you guys go on a website, like you go see someone's website, I don't think I can get a hold of your guys' chat, but I'm curious to see like what is like do you see any kind of hosting that's around the video? Like, is it hosted on YouTube? Is it hosted on Vimeo? Is it its own embedded player? I'm curious to see what you guys would say as the most that you've seen on websites, because what I can tell you is that, and I think Austin knows more about this than I do, but just like when you have your video on your website, it's on your main page or whatever, it shouldn't ever be hosted through like YouTube. Like, it shouldn't be like a YouTube link that you can just embed onto the page. It should always be like a special video player that whatever the web designer is able to just input directly from, like, you give him or her the video file, and they can just embed it right into your website, not through third-party software. That way, you're saving yourself basically you're saving yourself a lot of money, because a lot of people, like, if you have your video that's on your web page but it's embedded through YouTube, one, YouTube doesn't automatically play the video when they come on the page. Two, the YouTube might have ads on it, because Google can run ads on your video whether you like it or not, which is crazy. And if someone comes to your page, clicks on it, looks at an ad, oh, I don't want this ad, I'm going to click out his page, and you've already lost a customer right there. It's crazy. So just little things like that are some small and small little tips, basically, that I think can kind of help you guys basically give you a better perspective on basically how video can help you market yourself better. What I think are the essentials of making a good video, and I can stress it more. You got to get someone, unless you are a video expert yourself. Go find someone, and you can do that through many ways. Like, you can reach out through local colleges. There's plenty of film students that I guarantee you are hungry to, if not make a quick buck, do it for free. Like, there's a lot of kids out there that are willing to do work for free. and you could probably get them, to you say, hey, I've got a great project for you. This is to help boost my business and help boost your portfolio. Hopefully, would you be interested in doing a video? Small things like that, that can kind of help you get in the game and hopefully get your video made if you haven't had one already. And if you guys do, if any of you have videos, please, please, please shout out to me or Austin and send me the links. I would love to see them. Kind of give you guys what I think you could do better. How you're basically what you're doing for the video, like what's your intention for the video. There's so many different alleyways and things that you can do with video. It's amazing, and it's crazy that there's one video that Austin or his dad actually, he showed me, and he said just make it better. And I was like, okay, I can make it better. And he gave me the video. I took it, I chopped it up, and I made it 1,000 times better. And it turned out well for him. It converted his leads the way he wanted to, and he got the customers that he wanted. So it turned out well. Austin, I think that's pretty much it. Is there any way if anyone has any questions for me, they can message me? I'm in the Skype group.
Yeah. So just one question. Here's one question that got. So video hosting is very expensive. So what other options are there to host videos that's more affordable or better priced?
Okay, well, it's expensive like through the web. Like it usually works when you send it through like a web developer. That's what they would host it on their website. The expensive part.
Right. I mean, like a Wisty is like $100 a month.
So Wisty is like one of those that I would recommend. So that is pretty expensive. So if you are going to if that is tough for you and you are going to host through another third party like YouTube or Vimeo, which are two free options. Vimeo you can pay monthly, which is much better than YouTube. I would suggest going through Vimeo. You can get a free account through Vimeo. It's always the highest quality that they play back, and you have every setting that Wisty has in order to play your video back fine. Like I know that if you're on Wisty and you want your video to play immediately as someone comes on the website, you can do the same thing in Vimeo. So it's just vimeo.com. It's just another video hosting website that you can use. And yeah.
So guys, if anybody else has any video questions, please fire away now. I'll kind of fire a few off. Dean, I mean, what do you think is the have you found that any colors work better or any way to get a better response from people or tips on just creating high quality videos in general? Like, are there certain kind of camera lenses they can use, or are there certain kind of lighting tips, any of that kind of stuff?
Sure, yeah. I mean, again, I can't stress this enough. Unless you know things about video production, just save yourself the headache and just hire an expert, or again, like go find a college student that's willing to that's going to school to learn this stuff to help you out and do it for you. But I mean, as far as like sales videos goes, I feel like what me and Austin have kind of experimented with is like just doing a straight video where it's just the text, just like the PowerPoint presentation, and then we've done ones where it's text plus other kind of like video graphics. Like I use a stock footage website, and we used a lot of clips in there that kind of helped make it look more. It basically brought what he was saying in the narration to life, and it visually captured people, and we saw a lot better return on that type of video versus a straight PowerPoint video. Because I mean, honestly, who wants to listen to someone talk for 15, 20 minutes and all you're looking at is a PowerPoint? And you can I mean, from what I've experienced and learned, and through like testing and stuff like that, those videos don't usually do very well. But if you're
what they're good for, just to interject, I mean, what those kind of videos are good for, if you're on a bare string budget, they're simple to do, right?
Yeah.
Anyone with a PowerPoint and anyone with PowerPoint can go and do that, right? So it's something that if you don't have a big budget for creating a sales video for whatever it is, your opportunity or whatever it is you're trying to sell, your service, your product, whatever it is, that's a great way to go, right? But if you can't afford something, I think the best, Listen, I've always been about hiring someone to do it for me because I don't have the time, the patience, or the time and the patience. I guess those are the two really things I don't have to do it, right? So yeah.
Right. And I think too, Austin, like your incubator video, it was mainly PowerPoints and pictures, and you did whatever it was your first week, 100 grand, 200 grand, and it did very well. So I think if you're just basically, again, guys, if you're being honest with your story and you're able to present it and you attract an audience, then you can do the same thing like Austin did and do very well with it. And so if you are on a low budget, it's not that I'm putting it down. I'm just saying I think it is a good way to start, at least to start testing to kind of see what kind of response you're getting through these videos, especially if they're the sales videos. And there's basically, once you have your script written, even if you just start with a basically PowerPoint video and it doesn't work out, there's so much more you can do with it because you have this script. And you can basically pull from like the stock footage websites or just shooting regular footage yourself. I think it's good. And I also think those videos are really good too, is if you're very camera shy and you don't feel like, maybe if you feel like you're self-conscious and you don't feel that people will accept you for some reason if you are presenting yourself like face to face from camera to person. I think those videos do very well that way too, and I think it works for those situations as well. Were there any other questions?
One second, sorry, I muted myself. Going, hey guys, if you got other questions, now's the time to ask them. And there's like 35 of you on the call right now, and no questions. So listen, videos or video marketing or really selling stuff online.
Yeah, I would really love to hear with you guys. I mean, even if it's not a question, I would love to hear anything like any videos that you feel or anything that I maybe not have talked about that you've seen that you think might work for your business or anything at all video related. I'd love to help you guys and let you know.
Yeah, so I'll give them a few minutes to kind of do that, Dean. Dean, I know you kind of created a special offer. I mean, nothing crazy, guys, but he's got a special offer for you guys that just, Dean only works with a few clients really a year.
Yeah, I really I don't really do this type of thing at all. I'm mainly like a referral based guy. Like I'll only work with people that have worked with me before, like people that I've met and that I actually meet in person and stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy I'm doing this, but hey, it's my 23rd birthday.
There's nothing.
Gotta do it. Why not? He's got the best clients too. I told you, Andrea Samadi, she's great. I've done a lot of work with her. She's an awesome person. I guess my other slide got deleted though. Oh, never mind. It's over here. Okay, here we go. Cool. All right. So should I tell them about it, Austin, right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is my special offer, guys. Super stoked. It's my 23rd birthday, so I thought, since I'm here, I will give you guys my spiel. So I have two different offers basically that I'm giving you. One is my coaching incubator. It's basically 2 months coaching call. You'll get 4 strategy sessions. We'll basically be planning out, if you have a video already, we're going to be strategizing how to basically make it better. And if you don't have a video, this is like our pre-planning process where we're trying to figure out, what's the best way to get a video done for you. And then we'll also have 4 transformation sessions, which follow the 4 strategy sessions, where we're actually putting, those things that we pre-planned before into place for whether it's working through me or I'm going to be helping you trying to find people that work around you, or maybe through the through a website, help you basically build a video for yourself. And it's basically 8 calls, and we'll do that on Google Hangout or Skype, and we'll basically get a chat. And every week we'll work on trying to help you strategize and make an effective video, guys, for your website. Because I can't stress enough, guys, you need to have a video for your website. I don't care if it's a sales video or a 2-minute video that just kind of displays your product or whatever it is. You just need something to get out there because people love videos. It's just it's the way it's going. And then I'm also giving away a bonus too with this is giving 1 extra transformation session and also an hour of free video editing, which I'm a very fast editor. Like I do these sales videos in like crazy amount of time, so 1 hour free is like golden. And my second thing I'm giving away is my done for you video marketing system. Now this is perfect for someone who has a budget and also is, not a video expert, but wants one done. So I'm going to work with you one-on-one how to best visually, market your product, and I'm going to actually come out to wherever you are. Come and as long as you're, basically within the U.S. If you're out of the U.S., we can figure something out. We'll see. But basically, come to you, shoot and edit a 2-minute promotional video that I really think, and we're going to take a lot of time pre-planning it, making sure everything is the way we want to do. We'll do storyboards and all that. You'll basically you'll get this video, and you can use it on your website. You'll be able to broadcast it on your local stations if you're even into that, or any other type of media platform. And also with this thing, you're going to get access to my stock footage video vault, so we'll be able to. I have a subscription to like a video stock website, and I pay like $1,000 a year for it, and basically you'll get all the access to all those clips, so we can use any type of like any kind of cool shots that there's no way it would cost us millions of dollars to go film. We can use all that footage, and you'll also get a 1-hour coaching call and an hour free editing time with me. To make any changes after the video is over. So if there's what people will do sometimes is they test their videos out, and if it's not testing the right way that they want it, we'll make changes to it, and so you'll be able to get a free hour with me. We'll talk about it, and we'll also get a free hour of editing in with that as well. And is there any other questions, Austin, from anyone?
Yep. So a good question I got from this is, when is it better to use graphics with voiceover versus video of the person presenting the ideas?
I think Austin, you can chime in on this too.
Go ahead, you can go and then I'll chime in.
Okay, for sure. I think it depends on what your product is. Like if it's a totally online product there's no physical to it at all, then I think you do like just the graphics, but you do a cool, like, you don't just make it just the. You can, if your budget's low, you just do like a PowerPoint slide, but you make it you can do some really cool motion graphics art for your product and make that really pop, and then just have that narrated. In that way, you don't really need to put yourself out there in front of the camera. I think when it's really good to put yourself out there in front of the camera is if you're really confident and you feel like showing your face is like an essential part in order to connect with people and the product and whatever you're selling. And then Austin can talk about that too, because he's chosen not to, and not in certain situations. So.
Yes. So the only reason I really get in front of the camera is that they're people I already know and their customers already know who I am. So other than that, I don't. When people see you, they're going to judge you right away, and that's what we found through testing. So I'm a big believer in using facts and things like that. And so the fact is that, if it's a cold audience, use a presentation. If it's a warm audience, use yourself, right? And once again, that also depends on how quality of a speaker you are in front of the camera. If you're someone that can't speak in front of a camera and do something in 2 or 3 takes, then you have no business being in front of the camera. Leave it to a professional presentation that is nice and flows perfectly. So that's kind of what I think.
Right, and if you're not one of those people that are in front of the camera, it's going to be a waste of your time and your money's time, because you're probably going to be paying someone to film it, and if you have to take takes on takes on takes on takes, you're just wasting both your time and your money. So you don't want to do that either. So it depends. It depends. Were there any questions?
I know, guys. Any other questions? We'll give you a few more minutes. So, guys, if anyone's interested in those programs, just do me a favor. Email me at awalsh1110@gmail.com, and I'll connect you directly with Sam. I mean, really, if you're someone that is already doing stuff in business and need video done, there's no other guy to do it with. I mean, there's a reason we all use him. There's a reason many of my clients use him. There's a reason my dad uses him. He's literally the best at this, right? So, no reason not to. If anything else, I mean, Sam, do you have any closing remarks? Other than, listen, happy birthday, bud. A bunch of people are wishing you happy birthday too. So happy birthday too.
I'm just really happy to be here. Like, it's great that I get to spend my birthday and hang out with you and talk with you guys. I hope I taught you guys something. I'm trying to be as positive as I can. Life can be tough sometimes, so I'm trying to be positive and trying to help people out. And I hope you guys learned something. And if anything, I hope to hopefully connect with someone in the future and hopefully we can work on something. That'd be great. I would love that.
Cool. All right. Well, Dean, do me a favor. So just hang on mute for like 3 or 4 minutes, and I'll let you know if any other questions come up. If I end the call, then no other questions come up. But guys, if you got questions, we'll stick around till 7:40 right now. So 7:44. And if not, Dean, thank you so much for hopping on the call tonight. Really appreciate you giving the content. Happy birthday, and everyone else, thank you so much. We'll be around for 4 minutes if you got questions, and appreciate you all. Bye.
Well, thanks, guys.